Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's not a date or time specific reading, so whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. You can be here as a cross watcher for a Libra. That's fine. Sometimes the messages do speak more to you than they do about your person, but always in connection with them. Let's see what else. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hi. Hi. If you enjoy the reading, I hope you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. So let's jump in. I'm pulling from Prairie Majesty Oracle for you. You'll get a word, a totem, and something to contemplate. Let's see what comes through for you. Glitter is your word. Cottonwood is your totem. What gift awaits? What gift awaits? I love that. Glitter. So something sparkly awaits you. Heavenly maybe. It'll definitely feel abundant, whatever it is that awaits. I'm smiling. I got a lot of Libra in my chart. I'll take it. Oh, a lot of Libra. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do is pull the spread. It's a modified Celtic cross. I'll give you my general impressions. Then we'll get the details from the clarifiers. Here we go. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Wow. 7 of Swords. What's going on here, Libra? Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right, so what I'm seeing here, you're showing up with the energy of the 9 of Wands to some degree. Some exhaustion is set in, but the 9 of Wands is a card of perseverance. You want this thing, whatever it is, so bad that, you know, you might be on your last legs, but you're not throwing in the towel yet. What's crossing you is it's burdensome, the 10 of Wands, right? It's very burdensome. And while you haven't given up yet, you're super close. There's something here that's been weighing on you, that's been dragging you down. It's been a struggle and a challenge, and you're kind of tapped out. In your unconscious awareness, it may have to do with either a breach of trust for some of you. Remember, it's a general reading, not a private reading, so it's not going to resonate for everyone. And it won't mean the same thing to all of you either. But with the 7 of Swords, it can be about avoidance. It can be someone that avoids you. It can be about avoiding dealing with something directly. It can be speaking with forked tongue, right? Maybe not lying directly, but by omission of fact. It can be liar, cheater, stealer energy, which is the traditional. But it feels to me like whatever it is in your unconscious awareness on some level, it's causing you to question this person's intentions. Can also be you just don't want to look at it and that you're the one in avoidance, but I'm feeling it's the person's intentions. Because in the past we have the Star. Feels to me like maybe there was something that you've been losing hope around. In your conscious awareness, we have the Divine Masculine and the Emperor, and going forward, the Knight of Cups. So it could be about your person and what they have or have not offered you at, up to this point. I feel like the tables will turn, the tides will turn a little bit. Not the tables, the tides. You know what I'm trying to say. Because right now you're like right on the brink of throwing it all, throwing in the towel. And I feel like Spirit's telling you, hang on. Hang on. Not so fast. The Hanged Man asks you to sort of pull yourself above the situation. Look at it from the 30,000 foot view. Make sure you see the bigger picture. And that you consider both perspectives, not just yours, but the other person's, or at the very least, try to look at it with fresh eyes. Run it by somebody you trust. Because I do feel like in the hidden energies, this person knows that you're on a mission. You're on a fact-finding mission. Queen of Swords, truth seeker, truth teller. If you're unclear of this person's intentions, they are aware, whoever this is aware that you are aiming to get to that truth and that they can't really put anything past you. Okay, you don't go up against the Queen of Swords with a crap ton of lies. It just doesn't work. And by the way, Libra energy. And then the opportunities going forward in the outcome position, we do have the Four of Wands. So I am feeling like it could be for some of you, and what's coming through for me the strongest has to do with the future, has to do with this connection, maybe not in terms of, planning the future, but that there even is one. That you're both on the same page, that you're looking at the long term, that it's a connection that could, if given the opportunity, lead to something more long-lasting, more committed, potential life partnership. Not that you're in the planning stages of it, but just the agreement of it. And maybe this person has said things that you feel they were selling you a bill of goods, right? Say one thing, do something different. Yeah, it can lead to a breakdown of trust. So that's what I see, but let's jump in and get the details. Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. Four of Cups, Five of Pentacles. There's the King of Swords. Yeah, definitely feeling that this person may be keeping you at arm's length. King of Swords is kind of notorious for that, not being very warm, fuzzy, or approachable. I do feel the sense of rejection, the emotional distance, disillusionment to some level with the Four of Cups, and with the Five of Pentacles. For some of you, maybe feeling ghosted or just devalued on some level. There's some instability in the connection here in 3D with that Five of Pentacles coming from somebody who isn't giving you a whole lot to work with, and not because they're not a good person, but because there's just some kind of an emotional disconnect with the path that this connection is moving through at this time. So let's see the Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords has you stuck, sure. Again with the Hanged Man, so I'm glad he's here. We'll see later. I think you're feeling things have really just grown stagnant. There's no movement. You're stuck. Nothing's changing. There's this sort of either avoidance or some question of this person's intentions. Three of Pentacles, not getting any cooperation. So in your unconscious awareness, meaning it's something that's floating around there in your psyche. It's not running the show completely, but but exhaustion has set in. You're not getting what you want out of this situation, or at least no answers to your satisfaction. That's why Queen of Swords. And it feels to me like everything's just kind of hit a standstill. It may be temporary, but it feels like to you, it feels intractable. That's why we have the Ten of Wands as the challenge. Like maybe this is just done and I need to release it completely. So the Star here in the past, Seven of Cups, there's the Empress. So now we've got some twin flame energy here in this reading. For some of you, that will be the case. But I feel like whoever you are, you're here as Divine Feminine, unless you've reversed the whole reading, which is fine and completely legit. Lots of mixed messages. Really trying to manifest this dream come true. And just in the weeds of confusion. This is in the past now. So as open as you have been, as receptive as you have been, and as much unconditional love as you have tried to put out there, it's almost as if it's been a futile effort. The more and more I get into this reading, the more I feel the Seven of Swords is somebody maybe telling you what you want to hear, and then no follow through, and that can be very confusing. So if they speak one way and act another, that can be confusing. If they tell you, yes, absolutely, we're a partnership, I'm thinking of the future, and then they don't answer your calls or your texts or whatever, right? Yeah, it's not good. So I feel like it left you feeling very ineffective, maybe sort of unable to manifest what you've been hoping for. That's the star energy, and instead just leaving you with way more questions than answers, lots of uncertainty, emotional overwhelm, and confusion. So now your focus here in your conscious awareness is on the Emperor. Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers, Queen of Swords. It's literally, the story is writing itself as I pull the cards. Yeah, you're after the truth. Is this something that we can even work through? The Lovers is a card of choice. Yes, it's a soul bond. It's the union of your souls. Reunion for some of you if you're in separation. But in essence, the Lovers card is a choice. And it's a choice we make to be united in this connection, but it's also how, sometimes we have to come home to ourselves. And it feels to me like you're looking for the truth of the situation. What am I really dealing with here? Will this person choose the connection? Is this something we can work through? Are there, with the Eight of Pentacles, any creative solutions to this problem? So it's like you're coming through with some unanswered questions, but you're on the road to find out. And they know, and this is Libra, so I almost feel like I'm talking to a Libra divine feminine. That's just the way it's coming through. It doesn't have to be the case for everybody. It's a general reading. Knight of Cups in the near future, and the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so after all this, oh yeah, it's all going to work out. Just hang in there. Love and passion coming in on offer. The beautiful Two of Cups. I feel like it all works out in the end. You just got to push through. And I know that sounds way easier said than done. But for those of you who identified with that Nine of Wands and saw the challenge of the Ten of Wands, and that's where all the questions are coming from, it's like I'm right at my breaking point. We're either going to have a breakthrough or break down. Breakthrough. Okay? Breakthrough. That's the good news. So now Spirit's talking about this Hanged Man. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Take this time to focus on yourself, on some healing. It's all unfolding in divine time and order. The reason why things have kind of been still, maybe you perceive them as stagnant, but it's really just pressing pause. That's giving you some breathing room to kind of reflect on things. The Four of Swords isn't only about healing, it is about reflection. Swords are our thoughts and perceptions. So it's kind of about quieting the noise. I see this card as very zen and meditative, and taking the downtime here. To get a little bit, like to go to ground, quiet your mind, do some reflection, because the wheel will be moving in your favor. There's a greater plan at work here. And with the Death card underneath, there's something that will be released that will allow things to start moving. And it will allow this situation to evolve, to grow, to transform. So I'm not seeing the ending. I'm seeing an evolution or a transformation unfolding, and something will need to be released, that's for sure. And it could be that there's been some hesitation on your person's part. And maybe just to buy some time so they could get it worked out in their own mind. We do have the King of Swords here, big thinker. So I'm not seeing, what you may be interpreting as something shifty may just be stalling for time. I don't see the Two of Pentacles, but I'm feeling that kind of like, I just need to keep the energy moving while I get it all straight in my head. That would be coming from Divine Masculine's point of view. though we'll see that in the extended. But I feel like Spirit's telling you, yes, something needs to change and kind of be released. Now, in the hidden energies for your person, we have your Queen of Swords coming through. So let's see what that shows us. There's the separation. Right. They definitely want to repair the conflict. Second chances, forgiveness, redemption. In that Judgment card, there is separation and maybe no communication, but this person knows that there's been some chaos and conflict and maybe something whipped up by outside influences. They know that you deserve the answers to your questions, and I feel as if they're preparing to show up to do so. The Judgment card is an answering the call, right? The angel comes in and calls the sinners up out of their graves and says, hey, do you want a second chance at life, love, happiness, whatever? If so, you got to fly right. And so they have to answer that call. And I feel like this person is preparing to answer that call and find their way back and into some form of reunion, reconciliation over whatever the conflict is. It will be different for all of you, but they know that you're on the path to find out. They're feeling your energy. And what's more, whether you're here as the Libra feminine or not, the power of the Queen of Swords, and we all have the capacity to channel her energy, is that she doesn't approach things from an emotional standpoint. She checks that stuff at the door. She's very level-headed, clear in thought and word, right? She's thought it all through, and she's real practical. Like, we got something here. Like, can we work this out? If we can work this out, let's figure out how. And then everything else, all the emotional stuff, all of this 7 cups of crazy here gets sorted through down the road and over time. So I like her energy because it says that you're showing up here in this reading really crystal clear of your agenda, which is there's no hidden agenda. I just want the truth. I'm going to tell you my truth. You tell me your truth. Then we'll go from there. And where are we going? 4 of Wands. So let's see what the 4 of Wands has to say. Right? Gotta tell you, it might move a little slower than you may prefer at first because there's some stuff y'all need to overcome. But I really feel it's beautiful to see the Knight of Cups with the Strength card there. It's like we can do this together. We can overcome the obstacles, provided we begin with the end in mind, that we make any actions we take with all thought, deliberation, consideration, that we move forward slowly, methodically, with clear intentions toward whatever it is we're building here. Really lovely. Beautiful outcome. That's the opportunity going forward. Does it take work? Hell yeah, it takes work. All of this stuff takes work, and that's a choice. That's why you've got the 8 of Pentacles with the Lovers card here. So I feel like for those of you who feel you can resonate with this message, really adopt the energy of the Queen of Swords. I feel that's the key. Got it? Good. I'm going to give you the astrology here. Before I do that, there's a link in the description box to the extended, and we're going to look at it from the Emperor's point of view. How do they show up? Like, what's their leading energy? How do they see this situation at this time? How do they see you, think about you, or feel about you right now? What are their intentions toward you going forward? We've got a good idea, but let's let's jump and make it more personal. And then I'll pull some oracle to close out the reading. I also have private readings available. I forgot to mention at the beginning, there's a link a little bit further down in the description box. Scroll to it. You can go over to the booking page and look at that. And P.S. I may shut down private readings for the balance of the summer in the next week or two. So if you've been on the fence, you may want to consider booking before I close it down, which will be a temporary thing. But anyway, so here's who shows up. King of Swords is Aquarian energy. We have the Hanged Man twice, which is Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. Neptune's retrograde right now in Pisces. We've got the Star here, more Aquarian energy. Venus in the house with the Empress, which rules Taurus and Libra. Magician is Mercury. All the planets came to play today, guys. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. Emperor here is Aries. We have Gemini in the Lovers. Libra out twice in the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups twice. That's Pisces. Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Rules Sagittarius. The Death card is Scorpio. High Priestess, more Pisces. Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio. And Strength card is Leo. Last but not least, our Knight of Pentacles here is Virgo. That's what I have for you, Libra. Beautiful reading. I'm seeing a lot of glitter. Good things to come and gifts that await. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second.